Hey, check it out. It wasn't stolen. I found my Akaso V50 SE. And so now, stick around. I'm going to compare these two and give you, for this is part one. It'll be an evening comparison. And let's go. Alright, as you can see, the Akaso is quite a bit V50 SE Pro. It's quite a bit smaller than the GoPro 9 Black. But this does not need the waterproof case, which, if you put that, you'll see the waterproof case there, it ends up being a little bit bigger than the GoPro. This will get you to 100 feet waterproof. This will go without to 30 feet waterproof. But if you want to go deeper than 30 feet, you're going to have to get a waterproof one for this too. Alright, so let's go outside. I'll hold each in one hand, and then we'll try to do a side-by-side so you can see in an evening shot comparison and try to decide if the GoPro 9 or an older Akaso is your choice going forward. And I'll just say that right now these can be had for about 80 to 90 bucks still on Amazon, even though it's a few years old. I think these came out in 2019 along with the GoPro 9. They have nearly identical specs all the way across the board. The GoPro 9 does a little bit better. I think it can do 8K and has a higher frame rate for 4K. But other than that, the specs are almost identical. They both do time lapse, have different modes. The GoPro 9 has so many modes I've yet to explore because they don't give you a manual. That's not a cool thing. You have to download it. But the GoPro 9 can be had for about 200 bucks on sale now. So is it still a lot? At 200 bucks, is it worth it to still go with it? Akaso to save money since they're getting closer in price? Is the processor in the GoPro still worth the extra money? Because they do, that's when the specs, the only difference is a little bit better lens and a little bit better processor. So let's go outside, let's see what happens. Alright, so I just came in from outside. It's now dark outside. And before I show you the footage comparing the two, just like to point out something that probably may or may not make a big difference, but the Akaso actually was recording in 4K 60 frames, and the GoPro was actually recording in 1080 60 frames. So, in theory, this should be a better picture. I don't think it will be that much of a difference, but we'll see. Stick around. We're after the footage for the other parts coming soon. Make sure you subscribe if you want to watch those. But in the future videos, I plan on doing a couple more comparisons, keeping these videos short as possible. Next ones will be water, but I'll also do them both in 4K. I'll do them both, the GoPro in 4K and the Akaso in 1080p, be opposite of what I just did today. And because I've heard that the Akaso actually does better shooting in 1080, when you bump up to 4K, a lot of times it gets crappier. We'll find out here in a second. But just something to think about. And I left the lens cover, little plastic on the GoPro. So rookie mistakes, but I'll show you. And stick around, subscribe, and here's the comparison videos. Thanks. Alright, so we're walking. We got both cameras sit almost in the exact same position. We'll do a test of the audio right now. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're walking. We got both cameras sit almost in the exact same position. We'll do a test of the audio right now. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're walking. We got both cameras sit almost in the exact same position. We'll do a test of the audio right now. Testing. 1, 2, 3. And right now, looks like actually the Akaso is a brighter picture, but the GoPro has a better color saturation. Put one on top of the other and try to get a more stable version. Probably 15 minutes from sunset right now.
Don't let me walk out.